Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, and today we're going to be talking about something less than stellar. Unfortunately, this is going to be one of those ranty negative type videos, and before you get into any comments saying like, oh, you're complaining again and you're being purposely negative, no, actually I have made conscious effort not to cover a ton of mistakes, mess ups and issues that Kabam has done recently, starting with their AQ kerfuffles where they didn't send out the rewards to a bunch of players, where some players yesterday couldn't start Alliance Quest, where we have Void, Wasp, and Domino, and some other champions that are meant to be swapped out being brought back in Alliance Quest. There have been a ton of issues wherein 7 bugs, you go and figure out whatever can be bugged has been. And I have not covered it on purpose, just because there's too much, and I don't want to get myself worked out due to that incompetence. And also, I'm not coming from a malicious place. I really hope that the message of this video isn't somehow misinterpreted of me trying just to crap on Kabam, which they more than deserve right now. Please do remember that I'm personally rooting for Kabam and Malcolm's the champions. I want the game to succeed. I want them to succeed because their success helps me, obviously, personally as well. And if for no other reason, that is good enough for me to want them to do better and gain more players and everything happen perfectly. But when they do shit like that, that is much more than a mistake. That is a considered, deliberate decision to screw over a player or a group of players because they can't be bothered to fix their own mistake. Then I do feel that I do need to point that out, and I want as many people to be aware of. And perhaps this could be a helpful video to avoid some future potential issues with Kabam. The point here is about Kingpin's prestige, and we have a player here, who ranked 3 Kingpin and took him to SIG 118 as a 6-star. And if you are somebody who is getting ready to get in the 6-star prestige game, then you will know how hard it is to come by 6-star signature stones. Vast majority of them come with the cost, a price tag, and an offer, and they do cost a lot. They do really try to charge us arm and a leg for them because they know that we as players are desperate for them. Therefore, any investment of 6-star signature stones is a very big commitment to any player. Now, that being said, the issue here comes from a champion spotlight where Kingpin's prestige was listed at 13,660. Now, if we go down to May, 13,660 would put him in the 5th spot overall total in skill class. So that would actually make a fairly reasonable prestige rank up where you kind of want to compromise rank up a good champion and rank up a champion whose signatures actually matter and make the champion better. Therefore, you do not only get back the arbitrary prestige increase, but you also get some practical value back from it where Kingpin becomes a better champion and you can benefit from it besides the prestige and help your alliance and your account and whatever not. However, we can see that Kingpin is listed here at 13,504 prestige. Now, that is quite a big drop by basically, 150 prestige points. And that is a big difference, especially when the advertised champion spotlight number was 13,600 up until yesterday, which is when Kabam fixed that mistake. Now, I personally do believe that Kingpin was intended and was meant to be 13,600 prestige, because if we take a look at the rest of the reworked champions, for instance Gambit and Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen, or whoever else, they all got prestige increases, and especially Gambit, who is one of the highest low sig prestige champions in the game right now. Then we have Falcon, who is 8th now, was nowhere near as close to that. We have Daredevil, Hell's Kitchen, so it wouldn't have been out of reason to assume that the prestige that they listed is correct, because it wasn't like a mistake with Nova where it's 4,000 out or something like that. It was just decently good prestige, which it isn't. Right, so there's that. And this was up for about 50 days. For about 50 days, Kabam failed to notice their mistake. For about 50 days, they didn't do anything about it. And even after they read this and they amended the spotlight, they didn't tell anybody about it. They didn't announce it. They didn't declare their mistake to let people know if they have ranked Kingpins, they might get their signature stones back or something. On the contrary, the only response there is by Kabam, boo. This is accurate. We apologize for the confusion. We have updated the spotlight to reflect the correct numbers now. blah blah blah. There's a link, sorry about the confusion. Well, it's much more than a confusion. It's first of all, it's negligence, and second of all, there's also no action to rectify their mistake. Even though they know for a fact there is somebody up there, and he's probably not alone, that has been affected by it and whose decision has been, well, wrong based on information, misleading information presented to them by Kabam. And that's quite the thing. There is no better source of information than Kabam about the game that Kabam makes. They're meant to be ultimate authority. They are the source. If there's any dispute, their word should be the final one. However, they are the ones making these mistakes and doing nothing about them, which is so frustrating. So in a situation like this, let's just go over step by step logically what happened. Kabam makes a mistake and puts out misleading information in regards of champion's prestige that involves very valuable items as in 6-star signature stones. Then people, players, summoners, act based on that information that's presented to them. So they rank up and they invest valuable resources to this champion. 2 months later, it gets figured out that they have made a mistake, and they amend the numbers to reflect how it's allegedly meant to be. But then what? There is a step missing, right? There is we're very sorry, summoners, we messed up. We're gonna make this right. Here's your signature stones back, or here you can desig your kingpins, or whatever. So we're not acknowledging the mistake in any sort of meaningful public way. There's no in-game message sent or announcement or thread or anything made besides one shitty reply in this issue thread. And then there's no action to correct their mistake. And I know a lot of you will not care about prestige, but think about it. If the same model of logic applies, then they can say anything about any champion, fix it 2 months later when people figure out that it's wrong, and just move on. Maybe you bought 50 crystals based on somebody's prestige and they can declare it to be wrong and do nothing about it. I'm quite sure that since Kingpin got buffed, there have been Cavalier crystals out there, and there might have been people who hunt for him because of relatively high prestige. Or even again, this is not even as much about Kingpin specifically or prestige specifically. It's about the idea that they can mismarket, mislabel, mislead the player base, and then just go like, okay, we fixed it now. And not go into any sort of corrective step. To even put it further, he actually reached out to me as well, and he did open a ticket to Kabam support team, which got promptly shut down. So even when the player who has been negatively affected does something he should not have to, which is reach out to Kabam once again through the support system, he gets shut down and basically told to sod off. So to me, that is quite an outrageous behavior. So think about the next champion. Think about Mr. Negative that's going to come out. And they're going to say Mr. Negative gains a 5,000 attack bonus from a Fury. And sounds amazing, whatever. They're going to say Mr. Negative has top science prestige and the game sounds amazing. 2 months later, then it's like, whoopsie, that was a mistake. We fixed it now. If you bought the crystals for Mr. Negative, if you invested signature stones in Mr. Negative, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with Kabam saying, it's just a mistake? I wouldn't. And I'm not with this because this is exactly the same thing. This is Kabam making a mistake, misleading the player base, failing to notice it for months, letting people make rank up decisions based on the wrong information, and then, well, fixing the source of the wrong information, but refusing to do anything about it. And there will be some smartasses in comment section. Yeah, he should have checked out May and whatever else. It's easy to have 20/20 hindsight. It's easy to judge other people. But again, on a personal level, you should prioritize information Kabam is putting out than a third-party website that kind of like displays information. So objectively, if Aunt May and Championship Spotlight does have differing information, technically you are meant to trust whatever Kabam's saying. But would you? Because time and time again, Kabam shows that there is one of the three things wrong with the company. Either they have given up and they just don't give a shit anymore, or there's just not enough people working there, so everybody's making every single imaginable mistake under the sun about every single piece of content. Don't remember a single side event quest, variant, or any piece of content released without a bug. Or they just don't care about the players at all. Maybe they care about the game, but they just don't care about whatever mistakes they make that affect players. So either one of these three, you pick whichever answer is gonna let you sleep better at the night. Because I don't think you can come up with an alternative solution. I don't think you can come up with a defense for a company that says, we made a mistake, but fuck off now because we're not going to do anything about it. And that's not right. Anyways, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Let me know what you guys think about the situation. First of all, let me know what do you guys think about how it reflects on Kabam that they can simply turn around, fix the champion spotlight after 2 months, and pretend that nothing has happened. And then let me know what you guys think they should have done. Anyways, that is it for now, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about